What is up, everybody? Excited to be here and share my story with you guys. So just kind of give you an idea of who I am. I'm also out here in Arizona with Jamal, and I come from a personal training background. I did that for about 4 years. I loved what I did. I loved helping people and, kind of giving them a vision of what we're going to do together and executing on that. The only issue that I had with personal training was I just couldn't seem to make the kind of money that I wanted to make. And I know that some people are, it's not about the money, but they're not paying your bills. Okay, so I got out of that business. And I transitioned over to real estate. Everyone here is real estate agent, and they think it's a sexy business. Still, I started making some checks, but I just wasn't getting the kind of consistency that I wanted. And I was calling Jamal, who I actually met as one of my clients when I was personal training. Since then, I've been in his wedding. He's become one of my best friends. And, one day I was on the phone with him, and I was like, look, man, I'm still, I'm not where I want to be. And, I'm young, but I just turned 25 in April. And, I'm not making the kind of money I want to make. I'm not where I'm at in life, where I want to be. And so he's like, look, man, I got this opportunity for you. And he was like, all I ask is that you do exactly what I say for your first 90 days. And I said, okay, deal. And so from there, Jamal got me jump-started. I didn't know what I was getting into. I just went with the fact that I know I can trust Jamal. And I made this commitment to him and myself, is, I'm going to do this exactly how he says for the first 90 days at least. Okay, so little did I know that whole time I was working EDM. Okay, I'm new to this business. I come from a health background. I come from a real estate background. I didn't know what the heck direct mail was, or EDM, or what the difference is, or how they work. All I knew is Jamal sent me an Excel sheet. We plugged them into the CRM, and I went out there and I started knocking on some doors. Okay, so he gave me all the resources that I needed. He gave me the training. He spent time with me. I went out in the field with him. He was a resource for me. But at the end of the day, it came down to one very simple thing, and that was just get out there and execute. A lot of these people, they want to set appointments. They want to, whatever their approach is, that's fine. But my approach has been get out there and go knock on 20 to 25 doors a day. And, it's just plain, simple, and clear. And so what I came to realize was after that first month, I think I wrote somewhere over $10,000 or $11,000 my first month. And Jamal finally told me, he's like, dude, you know what's crazy about this? And I was like, what? He's like, those leads that you're working, those are 9 to 12-month-year-old EDM leads. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, what does that mean? He's like, well, that just shows you that there is real potential, real power in these leads. You're working all leads. We got other people in this company that are spending ridiculous amounts of money every single week for direct mail, which is quote-unquote king of this business. And so it kind of, it got us to my understanding that, like, wow, this is a game changer. So many of these people are writing all this business, making all this money, but what do they have to show for it at the end of the day, like Rita mentioned? So since then, I've gone out there every single day. I've followed the protocols. I've hopped on the calls. I've done the training. And this month, I'm looking at just under $30,000 in production. So basically what it comes down to, I know it sounds crazy. It might sound too good to be true, but everyone likes to make things complicated. It's really simple. Get the lead and go work the lead. And, that's what I've done this whole time. And that's been pretty much, with the support of Rita and Jamal, that's been pretty much my story of success thus far. I'm planning to do over $300,000 this year in production, and really excited to be here, be in this position, be in this job. For the first time, I actually feel like I'm on track for where I want to be. So that's kind of my story.
Now, before you go, Ryan, yeah. I really want to make something very clear to everybody. When you take one of these lead cards to the door, I don't print this off in color. I print it off in black and white. This is the way that I feel most comfortable. It's real. I want you guys to know this is what I bring to the door when I go see a client. And Ryan, more than anything, he didn't even use this. He just took himself to the door and went to go see these people. I mean, if we really think about this, you guys, we have a responsibility. we get compensated very well because our responsibility is so heavy. I mean, if you really think about the gravity of what we provide for families, this is real. Like, on the Medicare side, we put money back in their pocket. On the final expense side, we protect their families' pockets in the future. Like, I can't even tell you how many times somebody has told me they had to have a car wash to bury one of their family members. Like, that is so sad. And if we don't help these people, nobody else will. And to be honest with you, the demographic on EDM is a lot different than what you're used to with direct mail. And I'm not trying to say that one is better than the other, but I want to make the comparison between what e-commerce did to retail. And I want this to be very, very, very vivid to you guys, because retail, it was indestructible a long time ago. And now you've seen a lot of those old companies that thought they were in the clear and thought they were in good, that didn't change with the times. And now they're gone. I mean, they don't exist anymore. And this is the evolution that's taken over in marketing. And if you don't learn how to control your costs today, you won't have a business tomorrow. And that's the essence of all of this. I mean, it's one thing for me to say, Ryan here, like, it's the leads. No. People inquired about this information. He went to go see them. That is the difference. He went to go see them. And when he went to go execute, he had all the tools, and he knew he had support that would help him answer any question he did not know already. And that's the essence of everything that we're trying to go over with you guys today. It's not to sell you anything. It's to let you guys know that there's not a difference. Like, truly, that I want you guys to connect the PDM and EDM just so you can see that a lead is a lead. You need people to see. But at the same time, you have a business to run. You have a responsibility to yourself, your family, as well as your clients to be profitable. That's the only way that you're able to sustain. And if you don't sustain, there's nobody that's going to be able to go help these people. I need you guys to understand that connection. Because if you don't, you're going to end up like retail, when e-commerce came around and blew them out of the water. And then you're not going to be able to survive. You know, those numbers are all beautiful unless you see what somebody actually takes home. But if you knew that Ryan, what he really spent on those leads, it will blow your mind what he was able to generate in revenue.
And, you know, guys, like, this business truly has changed my life. I mean, when I was in real estate, you know, I was making those deals here and there, but there were a lot of dry periods where I just wasn't producing the kind of money I needed to pay my bills, point blank. I mean, right now I'm in a rebuilding process because this business has allowed me to get caught up on all those bills and to put money in my pocket and actually build a future. You know, I'm 25 years old, and I'm looking at what the next 5-10 years are going to look like. And, you know, I can't agree more with Jamal. Neither him or I, we're not exceptionally talented. We're not exceptionally smart. You know, there's nothing that makes us any different than anybody else in this business. It's just a matter of getting out there, following the system, don't reinvent the wheel, and, you know, and executing. And that's really all it comes down to. So